guys! Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial like you guys have been suggesting on my Facebook page, which I've created in the past week, and I have a link to it below if you'd like to give it a like. I've been thinking about this tutorial for a while because I think it might be really useful for some people, and it's going to be a tutorial that's made for people with pale skin and blue eyes, just like me. And I know it's a common combination of features, is that what you'd say? So I thought I'd make a tutorial just for those people out there, as it is a bit difficult finding makeup that suits us. I'm going to begin by putting up my hair so it's all out of my face, and I don't have a mirror, so this is difficult. Begin by moisturising your face with your favourite moisturiser. Mine is the Billy Goat Soap Moisturiser for sensitive skin, and that's just preferably good for me as I have very sensitive skin. So apply the moisturiser that you use on a daily basis to your skin, as it's so much easier to apply skin makeup products onto moisturised skin. I am so not used to this light. Wait, I'll see if I can show you guys what the light looks like. Look how bright that is. To start off, grab your favourite foundation. Mine is the Body Shop Moisture Foundation in shade 04. Make sure that it is your exact skin tone, because otherwise it can look ridiculous. Like, I'm not trying to sound rude or anything, but it looks so much better if your foundation actually matches your natural skin tone. So don't just think, oh, I'm really pale, I should grab the lightest one, because that might not be true. The lightest one might be even lighter than your skin tone. So make sure that it matches before you buy it, because otherwise, you know, you'll regret it so much. I'm going to be applying this with my Napoleon Perdurst powder brush, and I know it's a powder brush, but it works really well at applying your liquid foundation naturally. So if you have seen brushes around like this, I really suggest you try them out. Lightly buff it all over your face. As you can tell, I didn't apply too much to my face, and that's because I still want it looking natural, and I am going to be putting a lot of stuff on my eyes and lips, so I just want a natural base so I don't look really cakey and overdone. Next, I'm going to be applying two of my favourite yellow concealers, and this one is the Precision Formula Concealer Twins, and this one is a Maybelline Colourstick in the shade yellow, as you can tell. And I'm going to be applying that under my eyes and on my eyelids as the veins show through, because I'm so pale that my skin is basically translucent. That might be the same for you if you have pale skin, because it's quite common. And obviously, you know, it's fine if you like it, but I like to make my skin look more finished and flawless. So I'm going to be applying a bit of that under my eyes and on my eyelids. I know this looks ridiculous right now before I blend it in, by the way. Does anyone else's mouth open while they're doing any eye makeup at all? I know it's common when people are putting on mascara, but my mouth opens when I do all eye makeup, and I look so dumb. I'm like, ugh. Make sure that's really well blended, because if you have little bits of yellow over your face, it will be so noticeable, because obviously it's not your natural skin tone. The main reason I said that I was using two yellow concealers was because this one is so close to running out and I just really want to use it up. See, it's barely even coming out right now. I just can't bring myself to throw it away without it being fully used up. I'm aware that this looks a little silly right now because the yellow isn't covered, so I'm going to come in with my favourite concealer, and this is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 10. This one suits my skin tone really well, and I think it looks quite natural. So I really recommend that you try out the Maybelline Fit Me Concealers, because they have so many shades, so you'll definitely be able to find one that will suit you. Next, I'm going to be applying this to any blemishes on my face, and I have this really weird rule that I've never actually told anyone, and I only give myself like 3 pimples to cover. So even if I have heaps, I only cover the main 3, because I still want my skin to look natural, and I don't want to put too much on my blemishes in case it clogs them up and makes it worse. So I'm going to have a look right now and see what the main ones are. They might not be obvious on camera because it's a lot more overexposed than it is in real life. This one. It's a weird spot. Maybe this one. And It'd be really awkward if you guys can like obviously see another one. You're like, come on, choose that one, come on. And maybe this one. I can barely see these. I think my skin's getting a bit better, which is nice. To set all of this, I'm going to be using a translucent powder because I don't think it's good to use a coloured powder on your face once you've already got quite a lot on. I think it would end up feeling quite heavy. That's just my opinion anyway. I haven't actually tried it, I just feel like it would. So I'm using the Face of Australia translucent powder. So use any of your favourite translucent powders. It doesn't really matter. It's just so you have a nice matte finish and so your makeup stays on for as long as you want it to. You hear the dog next door barking. Now both of the dogs are barking. What is going on tonight? Next, I'm going to be taking the Body Shop bronzer in the shade Warm Glow. And this is an optional step, as I understand why some people wouldn't want to wear bronzers when they're quite pale. But this one is probably the most natural bronzer I've ever came across. And it used to be my mum's, so it is odd that she bought it because she has much darker skin than me, but I'll show you how natural it is. I won't be applying too much. I'll mainly be focusing on my, I was about to say collarbones, what are these called again? Cheekbones and around here, just to frame the face nicely, but not be very obvious at all that I'm wearing any. I love the look of baked makeup. How pretty does that look? Oh, I love it. I don't actually own a contouring brush yet, so I'll be using my powder brush again, and I think it can make it look quite natural for like an everyday look because then it doesn't look overly chiseled or anything, so I think it looks pretty good. That's just my opinion anyway. You guys can let me know in the comments. This is also kind of pointless, but I like to do a little brush over my cheeks just to make it blend nicely. I wish I had like 3 arms or just 3 hands because then I could carry one of these in each of them and it would be perfect because I have to put the bronzer behind me, which looks ridiculous. This is the finished bronzer. I'm hoping this is in focus right now. As you can tell, it is so natural. You might not even be able to tell the difference at all. I'm going to be using a few different eyeshadows for this look, and obviously it isn't necessary. I'm just using a tiny amount of each just to see what works, and I haven't planned this look at all. I just grabbed these and I know that they suit blue eyes, so we'll just see what happens. I'm probably making you guys nervous right now. First, I'm going to begin with taking my Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the colour Taupe, and I'm going to be applying this all over both of my lids. I think this looks really good on people with blue eyes as it makes them stand out, but not in a really obvious way, because obviously the opposite colour of blue is orange, so if you put orange there it looks really obvious, but this is a subtle kind of shade, like it's not near orange but it's the brown spectrum, so I think it looks really good. I'm going to be applying this with my fingertips because I think it's the best tool for applying eyeshadows like this. See, look at my mouth, it keeps opening. The only tip I can really give you with this is just keep blending. If you think, oh my god, it's never going to blend, just keep going and going and it will turn out a lot better than you think it would at the start. From what I can tell, this is blended pretty well, but I'll fix it up a little at the end just to make sure. Next, I'll be grabbing my Colour Tattoo in the shade Barely Branded, and this is a really natural nude colour. And I'm going to be applying this mainly in my inner corners just to make my eyes look more three-dimensional. As you can tell, I'm not putting it on a large portion of my eye, so just imagine this is the centre of my eye, and this is the, what the hell is that thing called? Tear duct. So the tear duct is here, this is the centre. I'm going to about here, if that makes sense. I don't know why I do that. I just think it's a really subtle way to add more dimension, but you don't really notice it's a different shade. You just think, oh that's cool, it looks nice, but you don't really know why. Ooh. Well, you guys know now anyway. Oh, I just panicked for a second because I put it in the wrong spot. Oh my god, what am I doing? I can't see. Oh god. Trust me, I don't usually fail this much. It's hard when the mirror is on a weird angle. I'm actually holding it up with my knees right now. This is what I was talking about with my eyes. As you can probably tell, my camera just cut out, which is so annoying, and I don't know how much I don't have recorded, so I'm kind of worried, but I'm going to summarize this. I just applied this loose powder from the shop SportsGirl, which I got from a friend about 6 years ago, and it's an orangey brown shade, which is a really subtle way to make blue eyes pop. I applied it just above my pupil to make my eyes look more three-dimensional, and I think it's quite pretty because it's a bit sparkly. Hopefully you guys can tell and the light isn't too bright. Next I'm going to be taking my little The Body Shop eye shimmer thing, and I'm going to be applying this to my brow bone just to make my eyebrows look a little more lifted, and after that I'm actually going to do my eyebrows and then the look will look slightly more completed. I'm also going to be applying a little bit to my inner corners just to make my eyes look more awake. Next, take your favourite eyebrow pencil. Mine is the Rimmel one, it's in the shade dark brown, but choose one that matches your hair colour the best, and I recommend that if you have ombre, use the colour that your roots are, because when I had ombre I think that looked quite good. I'm about to blend this out because I want it to look a little more natural. This is what this look looks like with my eyebrows done and with my brow bone highlighted. I'm not sure how well this will work, but I'm going to grab my Colourstick in the shade Gold, and you can use any eyeliner or any eyeshadow stick for this, but I think Gold looks so pretty with blue eyes. It makes them stand out so much and I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try applying this to the waterline and kind of on the lash line, and then when I apply the mascara it will blend out and it'll be less of a line. I'm mainly going to be applying this from the centre outwards because I think that looks the best. When I first grabbed all this makeup, I wasn't going to do this, but I just went and got it. I'm using my favourite eye pencil in the shade Black, and some people might think that black is too harsh for blue eyes, but I think if you use a small amount, it can make them look amazing. So it's mainly how you use it, it's not so much what the colour is. So this look doesn't look too intense, I'm only going to be applying this to the inner rim at the top. I think that's the tight line, I'm not sure. And if it moves down onto the bottom, because sometimes when you blink it does, then it will look a lot more natural than if you applied it straight on the bottom. Again, I'm only going to be applying this up to the pupil. Now grab your favourite mascara. Mine is the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Flex Mascara. So grab your favourite one and put it all over your lashes. I love big brushes, but God, they don't work well on the bottom ones. I keep getting it smudged everywhere underneath. It's such a pain. So that is my eye makeup done. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that, but I'll turn this down just in case. I was going to be applying a bold lipstick, but I'm about to have dinner, so I feel like it was just going to go everywhere and it won't be worth it. So instead I'm going to be applying a more natural lipstick, but if you were wondering, I was going to be applying a coral lipstick by the brand Savvy, and I think coral looks even better on pale girls with blue eyes compared to red lipstick, so I recommend you try it out and you'll be really surprised. So instead I'm using a Maybelline lipstick in the shade Pink Sand, and this is a natural pink colour. To make your lips look fuller, I recommend that you grab a natural looking lip gloss. This is the Model Co one in the shade Striptease, and I'm going to be applying this just to the bottom centre and the top centre of your lips because it makes it look so much fuller. So this is the finished makeup look. I might as well take my hair out now. It's probably going to go crazy. I feel like it did. I have no idea where it is right now. Do I even have a parting? Let's just go with that. I'm sorry if it looks awful right now. And this is the finished makeup look. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below, and if you'd like to see more of my videos, click that subscribe button, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bye! For that group of people and the apply the They're interrupting my video. To avoid making this look more about